and gentlemen, and welcome to Apex Wrestling Ready to Rumble. We are on the pre-show, getting ready for what is about to happen here tonight, live in Phoenix, Arizona. My dude, it's going to be a crazy, crazy night. And what a way to get the pre-show going than by having the Apex Women's Tag Team titles on the line with, we got, we had to do some changes, of course, because that's just how this game wants us to be. Everything's off, everything's all good. We're good. So, it will be starting now with Cassidy, with Wreckless Intense members Cassidy, Blake, and Alexia, Hagen, taking on the Apex Women's Tag Team Champions Amber Young and Rachel Jackson. For the Apex Women's Tag Team titles, let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give her one. Okay, so who drank my crush? I just got this today.
So here's going to be the fun part. What a way to get things going here with the Apex Women's Tag Team titles. This match has been stemming for a little bit. This past week, it was shown that Wreckless Intense would become the number one contenders after they defeated the Undisputed Elite in a tag team matchup where the winners would face off against the Charm City Queens. And ever since then, these two teams have been going back and forth on Twitter. And so tonight, we're going to see just who is the better tag team of the women's division. It's going to be a crazy night.
I will win the Rumble tonight.
Alright, let's begin. And here comes one half of Wreckless Intent. It's gonna be Cassidy, Blake. Let's hang on round 0. It was actually one half of Charm City's. It was actually Amber Young taking on, I believe it was Cassidy Blake, in a one-on-one matchup. And what a match that was. And even though it was just just one half of one team versus the other half of the other team, it's very clear that Wreckless has the momentum in their corner. But the question is, will that momentum be enough for them to come out of this matchup as the new Apex Women's Tag Team Champions. And here comes Alexia Hagen. Not only one half of the Wreckless Intent, but also the sister of Cody Hagen will be competing in the Intercontinental Championship, the Internet Championship Fatal 4-Way matchup, and what a match that's going to be. But right now, it's all about these two against the Charm City Queen. And here comes one half of the Apex Women's Tag Team Champions. One half by Charm City Queens. Amber Young. These two teams want to milk this moment out, I tell you. They want to milk it as best as they can to psych out their opponents. So we got Amber Young out here. She faced off against Cassidy Blake on round 0. Like I said, very good matchup that was. But in the end, Cassidy Blake emerged victorious. But the question is, like I said earlier, can that momentum be enough to see a new tag team champion, the new tag team champions in the women's division? Amber Young and Rachel Jackson? Do not believe so. Oh, I stand corrected. Thank you, chat. Amber Young won. I stand corrected. Thank you very much. I am looking at the chat room because I want to see how crazy the crowd is going to be for all the crazy shit that is about to happen here tonight. But I apologize for the miscommunication. It was Amber Young that won their match. I apologize for the mess up. Either way, the question is, can that match fuel the fire in either team? The only question is right now, which team could win this matchup? Because both teams have proven that they are without a shadow of a doubt two of the most dominant tag teams in the women's division in Apex history today. So now tonight we get to see who is the dominant team in Apex Wrestling. And here comes the other half of the tag team champions, Rachel Jackson. Many people believe she is going to be the one to be the factor, the big factor of this matchup to help Charm City Queens retain the tag team titles here tonight. And man, has she proven that time and time again. No disrespect toward Amber Young. Amber Young is very well done in her own way. She's done very well in her own way in this tag team, but many people believe that Rachel Jackson is what's helped this tag team to be the big success story that it is today. But either way, they are still a dominant tag team. They have their own style of teaming up with each other, just as Wreckless Intent does with their team. But we're going to see which team will come out on top and prove who is the most dominant tag team in the women's division. And without further ado, let's go down to ringside with the official announcement from JoJo.
All-Star Women's Tag Team Cassidy, Blake, The Phantom, Alexia, Hagen. On the way to the ring, Cassidy, Blake, and The Phantom, Alexia, Hagen.
JoJo, are you really drunk off your ass already? Come on.
Blake, The Phantom, Alexia, Hagen.
JoJo, you are drunk off your ass.
They are the champions, Amber Young and Rachel Jackson.
Alright, so it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Rachel Jackson and Amber Young looking down at those belts. Looking at the faces of Alexia Hagen and Cassidy Blake. Cassidy's going to start for her team. Amber's going to start for hers. This is a big tag team match to prove which team is the most dominant team in the women's tag team division today. And right now, Cassidy Blake going to work on Amber Young. The one thing about Amber Young, she has no pushover. Just like Rachel Jackson, these two are not pushovers. You have to give them everything you've got, and you cannot get distracted by any means necessary, for any reason. Otherwise, that's just saying they're gonna get the advantage. But the big question here is, can Amber Young repeat what she did this time with Rachel Jackson in her corner in this tag team match? And Amber looking to make for a tag, but Cassidy Blake stopped her and Irish whips her into her corner. And there's a tag by Alexia Hagen. Oh, and a nice double team move. Nice clothesline spear combo from Wreckless Intent. And now Amber Young tagging in Rachel Jackson. And this is the thing about Jackson. You really cannot let her get into your mind. You gotta stay on her like, I don't know. You've just gotta stay on her like crazy. Otherwise, just like with Amber Young, she's gonna take advantage, maintain control, and you'd have to find a big opening to counter her. Otherwise, shit's basically game over after that. And right now, Alexia Hagen doing what I'm saying, doing the advice that I'm saying here. She goes for a cover, and a click on it one by Jackson. Jackson and Amber Young calling themselves the longest reigning tag team champions. Hell, the longest reigning champions, period, in Apex Wrestling history. And it's a no-brainer to see why. But this is, as historic as their reign is, it can end just as quickly. But will it end here tonight in this tag team matchup? And there's a nice DDT to Rachel Jackson, and a nice double team maneuver there from Wreckless Intent as Amber Young gets tagged in by Rachel Jackson, and Young with a nice super kick and another one to Cassidy Blake, and a third one, although those last two were really enziguri kicks, but still, Amber Young in control of the matchup. Cassidy Blake in trouble, but no. And now Amber measuring Blake, and there's the knee, but no, Cassidy Blake got out of the way of it before it even could hit her. And double knees to the back. Oh, nice clothesline there from Cassidy Blake, as Blake is now in control, stomping on the arm of Amber Young. Taken systematically. And she goes to an inverted dragon sleeper, but no dice there. As Amber Young does not tap out in any way. There's a nice enziguri kick from Young to Cassidy Blake, and now these two going back and forth And Cassidy Blade running right into the turnbuckle after Amber Young countered her by running out of the way. And now it's back in Amber's control. This is exactly what I was saying though earlier. This is what I'm saying though. These two women, these two teams are dominant. But the question is, with the winner of this match proving who is the dominant team, it's just a matter of who it is. And there's the knee right at the side of Cassidy Blade's head. But Cassidy Blade trying to get back into things after that kick. Trying to no-sell that sumbitch. And now Cassidy Blade going out of the ring. What's she going for here? Oh, no, drive-by! A drive-by kick from Cassidy Blade to Amber Young. Goes to the cover. Will it be enough? No, Rachel Jackson breaks it up at the 1 count. And Cassidy Blade makes her pay with a German suplex. And now Cassidy going for a nice midsection kick. Going for the roll. Nice drop kick there. Another one. Sits her up and over and into a nice neck breaker. And now Cassidy with the cover. Looking to put Amber away. Kick out of 2. Cassidy can't. Cassidy has to stay focused. She cannot. And I mean, she cannot get frustrated. And don't forget Amber Young. Later on in the show, she'll be taking on the women's champion, Michelle Rosso. Effectively, Amber Young is pulling double duty. And right now, it's stomping time as Amber and Rachel are just stomping away on Cassidy Blade. And now Rachel Jackson gets her with the drop kick. Rachel with the cover. No. Quick on it. Just shortly before the 2. Alexia Hagen tried to go for Rachel Jackson, but she ducked underneath it. And now it's back to Cassidy Blade off the distraction that Alexia Hagen provided for her. And now Cassidy measuring Rachel Jackson. Oh, DDT! Got her! Going for the cover! Amber trying to get out of there. Cover! No! Kick out of 2 by Jackson. As Amber Young does a swing blade on Hagen. And Cassidy staying on top of Rachel. But she has no partner. That's making this a 2-on-1 handicap match effectively. Oh, but Jackson staying it, trying to get back into things here. Might have to tag in her partner, Amber Young. And don't forget, I don't know why I said that last bit just now, the don't forget bit. But either way, oh! And Jackson moved out of the way from the double knees. And right under the post goes Cassidy Blade. And Jackson just staying on top of her. While Cassidy's trying to do the same to Rachel. And she gets hit with a DDT. Right on the count of 5 now. Cassidy's got to get Jackson back in the ring. These two are fighting out in the ring. Oh! Face first on the post goes Jackson. Jackson and Amber got one goal in mind. They want to be tag team champions. They'll retain the belts. And if they do, Cassidy Blade measuring Rachel Jackson. But if they do, oh, DDT! Amber Young could walk out as the tag team and women's champions. Covered by Cassidy Blade. But no, quick on it 1. And now Amber Young going off on Alexia Hagen with a suplex. Oh, a nice blade drop there. Elbow drop following suit. And another one, this time on the forehead. Jackson really needs to make the tag now. I know why she doesn't want to, but she has to at this point. She wants to keep Amber Young fresh for her women's title match later on tonight. But you gotta, but honestly, she has no choice. She's gotta tag in Amber if she wants the Charm City Queens to stand a chance here. And now, Rachel Jackson face first on the apron. Oh man. Oh, a nice Northern Light suplex. And now Alexia Hagen Irish whipping Rachel Jackson. But Jackson not going for the tag. She wants to take down Alexia Hagen myself. But a reverse twist of fate. Goes to the cover. Will it be enough? No. Cut out of 2. And man, Jackson is now at the mercy of Alexia Hagen. And Hagen saying it's just going to be it. But Jackson says, no it ain't. And there's a spear. A slow spear, but a spear nonetheless by Jackson. Cover on Hagen. Will it be enough? No. Cut out of 2. And now Jackson trying to mount a comeback. She wants Amber Young to stay fresh, and she hits Alexia Hagen with that spine buster. And now Jackson, whoa, counter by Alexia Hagen. And now Hagen, oh, got her. Go for it a second time. Got her. Will it be enough? Oh, but she's still not done. She is just going off on Rachel Jackson now. Oh, but Jackson still got some fight left in her, trying to fight back on Hagen. But in all honesty, I've said it before and I'll say it again, she needs, and I'm not kidding, Rachel Jackson needs to make a tag here. She cannot survive this, and it hits. That might be it. Covered by Hagen. Will it be enough? And we have new tag team champions in Wreckless Intent. I know why Rachel Jackson wanted to stay in the match, and trust me, I get it. And I believe that she was caring for the well-being of her partner. But at the same time, she cost them what she tried to do cost them the tag team championship. What a match, though. You gotta give.
Here are your winners and the new All-Star Women's Tag Team Cassidy, Blade, and the Phantom, Alexia Hagen.
What a match, though, but in the end, Wreckless Intent broke the long streak, the long reign of Charm City Queens. But this night could end on a good note. This night could end on a good note for the Charm City Queens if Amber Young can walk out of this here tonight the new Apex Women's Champion against Rochelle Ross. It's going to be absolutely batshit crazy later on tonight. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, to finish off the pre-show, it is going to be... Let's take a look and make sure everything's all good here. Yep, everything's all good. We're good here. it's going to be Matthew Moretti going one-on-one against Danny the Bodyguard. Let's begin. So this
Matthew Moretti will fail.
Oh my god, what the hell is that? That was random. Somebody just got through my headset. I don't know why I'm laughing. I should be taking that seriously because Lee Anderson takes that shit seriously. But in any case, here we go. Matthew Moretti taking on Danny the Bodyguard. But here's the thing, these two are no strangers to each other. They have fought before in the past, with Danny walking out victorious. Tonight, Matthew Moretti gets a chance at payback, but will it be enough for him to fight to take out Danny the Bodyguard, or will history repeat itself? That is the big question, and speaking of Matthew Moretti, here he comes now. This past episode of... Hold on.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Rome, Italy, weighing in at 204 pounds, Matthew the Maverick Moretti.
Well, Matthew Moretti, he is not 100% after the match that he had this past episode of Ground Zero, in which he took out Riley Wolf, the leader of this new group of hackers or minions or whatever the hell is going on there. But either way, Moretti was able to secure the victory after an out-of-nowhere gladiator slam. And now, it's going to be Moretti taking on a man who he knows somewhat pretty well, somewhat good, in a somewhat sense, in Danny the Bodyguard. And a lot has changed between these two since their last match. Moretti has been doing pretty well for himself, being a former Apex World Champion, albeit a 1 month reign in that regard, but still. And then, as an added bonus, Danny the Bodyguard, you haven't seen him wrestle in a while. So, this is actually his first match since, I think, during the build-up of Control, even though he had nothing planned, even though he was not involved in the card of Control. But here he is tonight, and ready to rumble.
Weighing in at 385 pounds, Danny the Body Gang.
And here comes Danny the Bodyguard. He is ready to fight the security man while Riley Wolf was away, making sure nobody did anything stupid. Apparently, I guess Lee Anderson gave him the job of being a security man in case shit went further south than they did when the minions, as well as Riley Wolf, the hacker, tried to take over Apex Wrestling. So now here he is tonight, going up against Matthew Moretti. I'm guessing this is Lee Anderson paying him back for helping him during that whole time. But we'll see what happens here between these two men. Will it be Matthew Moretti getting revenge, or the same old song and dance with Danny the Bodyguard? Let's find out. The bell is rung. And oh my god, and Danny already showing that he is still the big monster that we've seen him before being the last time we saw him fight in this ring. And right now, Moretti trying to go to work on Danny, but Danny's just a bit bigger than him. He goes to a drop kick. A drum kick? What the fuck was that? I don't know. But either way, Danny working on Matthew Moretti right now. Moretti is in a sheer, he's trying to stay in this matchup, really. This is payback for Matthew Moretti. He wants to take out Danny the Bodyguard, but in order for him to do that, he's got to take the big man off his feet, and that is easier said than done for most people the size of Matthew going up against the men the size of Danny the Bodyguard. Left on a count of 4, Danny and Matt go back in. Matt's still trying to hit him, and he's got him down. Oh, nice inverted DDT by Moretti. After getting the big man down off his feet. And wait a minute. Oh, right in the arm. Moretti trying to break Danny's arm before it could do too much damage as it goes to another inverted DDT. And now Matthew Moretti trying to stay in control of the big man, surprisingly keeping him at bay. And Moretti getting the crowd hyped, but he better not be like the what's his name from Game of Thrones when he got cocky, and then in the end got his skull crushed, causing him to die. He can't be like that if it's Danny the Bodyguard. Anybody who watched Game of Thrones will know exactly what I'm talking about there. If you don't, I would not watch it if you don't like seeing a good amount of blood and somewhat gore being thrown in the mix on that TV show. But in any case, Moretti got him with a super kick. Cover. Will it be enough? No. Kick out of 2 by Danny. Matthew shot that. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to fight. And you gotta give Moretti credit. He's taken the fight to Danny the Bodyguard. I said it before and I'll say it again. A lot has changed. And there's the Gladiator Slam by Moretti. Will it be enough for Danny? Yes! Matthew Moretti surprisingly got his revenge against Danny the Bodyguard.
Here is your winner, Matthew the Maverick Moretti.
Oh, Matthew Moretti, successful in taking down Danny the Bodyguard. What a showing from this young man. Able to take down a man Danny's size says something to you. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, this is it for the pre-show. Momentarily, we will be getting the actual Apex Wrestling show Ready to Rumble going here momentarily. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a crazy, crazy night. I'm already excited about it. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment, this is Forrest Walpole, commentator for Apex Wrestling, getting shit ready for the show. See you then.